This video is brought to you by Advanced Digital Media Services. Digital Marketing with JavaScript, 6 Tips for Effective JavaScript Search Engine Optimization. JavaScript is a popular programming language used on the internet. JavaScript supports all the main website browsers, including Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, Opera, Edge, and Safari. Mobile phone browsers also accommodate JavaScript. Google favors any software that enhances the user experience, and JavaScript certainly delivers. JavaScript can be used to update web pages, assist in creating dynamic content, and help marketers control multimedia efforts. These include JavaScript's ability to animate images. With respect to JavaScript search engine optimization, it is important to remember that not every search engine reacts to JavaScript in the same manner. A good rule of thumb is to keep everything as simple as possible for maximum results. The Google Search Engine Optimization Crawler does a good job of interpreting web pages that use JavaScript. Just remember not to block Google from accessing CSS or JSS files. CSS and JavaScript resources stored in separate files without the proper code can block Google from retrieving information. Google can better index content when it is able to retrieve JavaScript and CSS files. Pay particular attention to your Robots.txt files. This file's job is to specify the parts of your website that you want crawled. The file also tells search engines which pages you do not want to be crawled. As a side note, content index state crawling may present problems in an Exchange server database. This entails taking it from a crawling to a healthy state. Here are several JavaScript tips to consider when planning your JavaScript search engine optimization strategies. 1. Robots.txt provides search engines with an ability to crawl websites. When site owners block Google from accessing Robots.txt, web pages can appear differently to users and web crawlers. This makes it difficult for users to fully enjoy their online experience, and Google is all about user experience. One of the best JavaScript optimization tips is to run audit tests constantly. The following points should be focused on. 2. Check to make sure that the document object model contains key content. Check that JavaScript does not remove content or links after rendering. Make sure that Google can effectively index your URLs and content. 3. Also, test to see how your website renders on different devices. Your log file data can reveal where search engines experience difficulty in accessing your website pages that rely heavily on JavaScript. If the page's rendering speed is too slow, users will bounce and go elsewhere. 4. Consider fallback content. Fallback pages can display in place of a JavaScript page. These pages can contain content that uses HTML for code. However, keep in mind that fallback pages are tricky to do and can be time-consuming. If taking this route, it is always best to start with a basic approach. Plan to feature only the most important text along with proper formatting features. 5. A progressive enhancement page may be able to address the user experience with respect to each browser used and the browser's bandwidth. 6. With respect to JavaScript search engine optimization web apps, you can always choose to serve different page versions for spiders to crawl. This can be a successful way of gaining additional search engine optimization ground. Search engine optimization and page rendering considerations. Google and other search engines can read JavaScript quite well. Just keep in mind that crawlers are hard at work interpreting the content of billions of websites around the world. So, it is important to use JavaScript search engine optimization in ways that make it easy for search engines to render pages. JavaScript does require a little more work from search engines than HTML alone. When indexing a website, Google makes several passes. The first pass looks at HTML content. The second pass is when crawlers return for any JavaScript that needs rendering. Search engines will continue to evolve. This means they will be able to interpret your JavaScript much easier or they will not. Stay on top of search engine optimization trends and Google's algorithm changes by always checking and following new JavaScript optimization tips. It is also wise to partner with digital marketing experts who understand search engine optimization and what it takes to rank for major search engines. If your company is looking for web designers with experience and know-how, Advanced Digital Media Services can provide the JavaScript search engine optimization solutions your company needs to grow a sustainable online presence. Call us now at 877-237-6969. Or email us via info@advdms.com. Or simply visit us at www.advdms.com.